Welcome, everybody, to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast, episode number 166. That's right. We're just 3 away from 169. Coming up on this episode, the Leafs beat the Red Wings 4-3 in OT, and the preseason is finally almost over. Just one game left. Nylander moves on back to the wing. Keefe really giving Minten a chance to make the team. And should they keep Knies and Minten together if they start the season with him on the team? All this and more coming up on episode 166, almost 69 of the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast.
It was over before it even started, folks. And I'm talking about the Toronto Blue Jays. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. The Blue Jays are the new Maple Leafs. Can't win when it counts. Absolutely brutal. Let's hit the intro.
Tavares coming out, sends it in a goal. They score! They score! Holy mackerel, they score! The Leafs have won it! They're going to the second round! Do you believe this? Holy mackerel!
Welcome, everybody, to the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast. I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
Don't forget, follow us on social media at the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. While you're on YouTube, hit like and subscribe, and follow us on Twitter at the Tip In podcast.
There we go, baby.
I got it this time. I got it. Shaking all the old ghosts.
Oh, dude. Hey, it's preseason still, man, but we're getting closer now. There's only one game left, one game to go on Saturday night, Thanksgiving weekend, and then next Wednesday, we're going to be in full stride to start a brand new season. Looking forward to it. Now, I'll tell you what I'm not looking forward to, Chad. anything off the top here? Do you want me? I got to go. I know the Leafs just beat Detroit 4-3 in overtime. Nylander, 2 goals, whatever. Knies Minten. We're going to get.
We got to talk a little Blue Jays.
Well, okay. I wasn't even going to go there.
Oh, sorry. I thought that's where you were going.
No, okay. No, for a couple minutes. Let's go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the Jays came and they came early. They prematurely ejaculated.
I don't think they came at all.
Yeah, they didn't come at all. It was they got swept by the Twins. They scored 1 run in 18 innings of baseball.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Come on. Are you kidding me? The Leafs, they're the Leafs 2.0. Cannot win a playoff game. Cannot do it.
I think it's worse than the Leafs.
Oh my God. They can't score a run. They can't win nothing. How many guys did they leave stranded? Like, oh my.
I think they had, at one point, I think 4 or 5 innings in a row with 2 base runners. I think it was 4 innings in a row with 2 base runners. Nothing.
Vladdy getting picked, eh? Like, I mean.
Vladdy getting picked at second.
Not that would have surmounted to anything. Like, Bo was at the plate. The count was full. It might have, but it might not have. But, like, dude, like, getting picked off in a must-win game. Like, that's how many – when do you ever see a guy get picked off at second base? Especially in a fucking playoff game. It doesn't happen.
No, you're right. It does happen, but it doesn't happen in playoff games.
No.
And Vladdy was just –
sleeping.
Yeah, sleeping. You're a big guy. You're not the fastest guy in the world. Maybe don't take a big lead off right there. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a small lead off until the pitcher's in motion, then move a few feet away from the bag.
The count was full. He had just finished. Like if you're watching on YouTube, the motion I'm making was he was motioning to Bo at the plate to like calm it down, settle down. Like, I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yep.
And then 2 fucking seconds later, he gets picked off. Like, come on, dude. Anyway, like I'm not pinning it on Vladdy. Like there's a whole bunch of blame to go around. Taking Barrios out after he was rolling 4 innings. Like he walked a batter in the first inning, and then you think it's a good idea to go to Kikuchi? Get the fuck out of here. What are they doing? Yeah. Analytic bullshit is what
it was terrible.
Just have a feel for the fucking game. Oh my God.
He was pitching better than I'd seen him pitch all season.
Killing it.
He's facing the one batter who hit 2 home runs the game before. He battles him to a full count and then walks him. Okay, that happens. It was a great at-bat, a great pitching duel, and then you come out and you pull him because the guy upstairs is like, all right, I have a plan. Do you imagine if you were watching the playoff game like everyone gives Dubas. They used to give Dubas a hard time about being an analytics guy. Imagine Dubas called down and was like, "All right, pull the goalie."
I don't think that's
Pull
what
the
that was,
goalie.
though, Chad. I think this was determined before the game even started.
Right, but the reason it was determined is because of analytics. Like somewhere on a computer, it said, if we pull him here
Twice
and
through the lineup.
Yeah, twice through the lineup, and then if we pull them and we get their left-handed batters out and we have it'll give us this percentage to win the game. Stupid call. Like, you have to use your gut on that one and be like, maybe this guy can go 3 more innings of shutout baseball.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. We'll never know.
And it doesn't matter because no one's ever won a game without scoring a run.
There you go. So ultimately, Vladdy getting picked off, not the best. Pulling Barrios, not the best. 1 run in game 1, not the best. No offense in game 2, not the best.
Not the best.
So what are you going to do? You're not going to win a series with 1 run. Like, it's just absolutely insane when they've got like a lot of firepower there. Springer, Vladdy, Bo.
We knew. You knew. I knew. All the fans knew. The way they hopped into the playoffs backwards after basically losing their way in.
Lost their last 4 games, including the 2 wildcard games.
It didn't feel like playoffs. It felt like just games 163 and 64 of the regular season.
But is this not like the Leafs 2.0 here? Like, can't win when it counts, or what?
A little bit, yeah. I think it is a little bit, but I don't know. Like, the Leafs won a playoff round.
Well, yeah.
It took a long time. It took a long time.
Anyway,
but I know what you're saying. Same thing. Young guys that are supposed to be superstars that don't show up when the time matters.
When the pressure mounts,
management
nowhere
who coddles them and won't make changes. And I know. Welcome to Toronto.
The life of a Toronto sports.
Except for Masai Ujiri, who's like ain't good enough.
No, he's legend. He's legend status Masai, man. But did you go back and watch any of that stuff or no?
I did, yeah.
Like, just hilarious, right?
I saw Pascal Siakam. That was really funny.
Oh,
I try every day.
Because he didn't, like, Masai didn't specifically, like, pinpoint or, like, call out one guy. No. He was just saying, like, not good enough in general. Like, they don't try hard enough.
Yeah.
But Pascal's like, well, I do.
Like, I try every day.
Anyway, okay, so
all right, let's get into the league.
Preseason's winding down here. I know they just beat basically the B team. Toronto close to a full roster here tonight.
Yep,
we're doing this right after they just beat Detroit 4-3 in overtime Thursday night here before the Thanksgiving long weekend. So some good things and some not so great things. Like Detroit, it was their B lineup, but gonna 2 negatives to start and then mainly positive after this. Okay. But two main negatives to start for me. And it was the same negative that I had last podcast, Chad. TJ Brody, what the fuck is this guy doing? What has happened to TJ Brody? He looks terrible. Am I watching the right game or no?
No, he does look terrible.
Oh my God. What's happened to this guy?
I have no idea. I don't know if it's injury, age. I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe it's just preseason. Somebody made the comment on, I think on our YouTube video, somewhere on one of our podcasts from the last one about that he's saving it for the regular season.
Yeah, well, okay. I don't see it that way.
Well, everybody else seems to be giving it. So I don't understand. And he doesn't really strike me as the type of guy who has any gears other than just give it.
Coming off the year that he just had and coming off the playoffs that he just had, not the best. You'd think he'd be like, okay, to me, he looks so nonchalant out there. Like turning it over, making bad pinches, like not fighting hard in the corner, like not battling in front of the net. Like I know. How many things do you want me to name? It's negative.
And not like small things, like blatantly obvious.
Oh my God.
What's your other negative comment that you have to?
Well, the scariest thing, let us know what you think about Brody, because I have not been impressed, and I am not looking forward to our top D pair being Brody and Riley. Like, not looking forward to that at all. The defense, oh my God.
Well, we're going to see, because when the regular season starts, we're really going to see what they have to bring.
We'll see, but This Benoit dude, 3 penalties tonight. He's not even on a PTO, this guy. Tree Living signed him to a contract. Like, he's terrible. Like he did a pre-game interview with Mark Masters on the bench, whatever. TSN had the game tonight, and he's talking about like what he brings to the team. He's like, I play hard in my own end and like hard in front of the net.
I try every day.
Like, okay. So like I haven't seen any of that with this guy. Nothing. Like literally worse than Justin Hall. And I'm not even just saying that. Like literally this guy, I'd rather have
Who was in the house tonight.
Shout out Justin Hall. Not our boy, but
shout out.
He was there nonetheless. But would you not rather have Hall back instead of this fucking cat? Like, what is he? He potentially, if Klingberg can't go, he's potentially the sixth D man or the 7th. Like, I would go with Kokkonen or whatever, however you pronounce his name.
Just the cock.
Kokkonen. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's got like 8 K's in his fucking name, in his last name. Kokk, whatever. And then
I know. I was.
He's had a good preseason, Kokkonen.
Now I'm under the impression Benoit won't.
Benoit stinks. Let's just call it what it is.
You're totally right. I watched the same game. I'm just like, what is this guy doing out there? Now I'm under the impression he's not going to be on the roster.
3 penalties tonight. 3.
Well, not all of them, but lazy penalties.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
But like for what he was supposed to be, or what he said pregame, and what Tree Living thought he was, like hard to play against in his own end, hard in front of the net. He's none of those things. None of those things.
He's a salesman, is what he is.
My goodness,
sold us on it.
Anyway, so terrible. Like,
do you know his contract? Is it 1 year?
Oh, of course it's a 1 year, but like this guy, like, but it scares me that potentially he's the 6th or the 7th guy. Like,
I know
it is what it is. They don't have a lot of depth back there. Like, hopefully, I can't believe I'm saying this, but hopefully Klingberg can go, because like,
oh yeah, for sure. I would much rather Klingberg than Benoit.
Oh my God. At least he's going to bring you some offense. Whereas Benoit is like,
you don't know what he does.
Pass on this fucking guy big time. If Klingberg can't go, or even if Klingberg can go, Benoit needs to go to the Marlies and Kokkonen. What is it? Kokkonen or Kokkonen? What is it here?
It's just the cock.
How do you say his last name?
Kokkonen.
Okay. So
that's how I say it, and I speak correctly. So
with Timmins being out, it's Kokkonen or whatever the hell you want to call it. Okay, he's the guy for me that would be, if one of these guys can't go, it's him, because he's looked pretty good.
Well, I think you give Benoit a shot up in the top pair, and
not in the. Okay. Yeah, for sure, man. He's going to help you win a lot of fucking games. Like, maybe I eat my words here down the road, but I don't see it here, folks. Anyway, we'll move on. There's the negatives. Now a couple quick positives. Right?
Yes, let's get positive. We started with the Blue Jays, and it's just been downhill so far.
Yeah. 10 straight minutes of just negative bullshit here. But we're not even into the regular season yet. 10 minutes of negative bullshit. But here we go.
What's wrong with us?
Hey, man, Toronto
We need a tip in to get the juices flowing.
Oh, I can't believe there hasn't been one tip in this entire preseason.
There's going to be 4 in the first game.
Opening night, I will absolutely guarantee you there will be a tip in opening night. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Well, listen to this little fun piece of information right here. Ryan Reeves, he said that Keefe was watching some of the media scrums from the last couple of days. Don't know if you caught it or not. He said Sheldon Keefe is very sticky on systems. He said sticky systems. Sounds very messy to me. I don't know about you, but like that sounds a little messy when Reeves is talking about how Keefe likes his systems sticky systems. Tight, I think.
Tight.
Sticky. Likes it tight, like he wants it to stick together tight. I have yet to see that.
Did he say he likes sticky systems, or he's sticky on his systems?
He said Reeves said Keefe is very sticky on systems, but then he followed it up with like someone asked another follow-up question, and then he did mention again like sticky systems.
Oh, sticky systems, yeah.
So I like that, man. Sticky systems. It sounds very messy, but I can get behind it. And Riley said they are really getting down to the short strokes now.
Okay. And when you get down to the short strokes,
As opposed to longer strokes?
different strokes.
Different strokes?
Oh, I don't have them behind me. I was going to point to Webster, but I don't have them.
Like, I just think it's funny the wording some of these guys use. So, like Riley,
We got to save those for Redline Diaries.
Reeves says sticky systems. Keefe likes sticky systems, and Riley says we're really getting down to the short strokes now. So I guess that means like if you're getting down, if the long strokes are gone and you're getting just down to like almost the tip and just a short, like the short strokes, it's almost time. It's almost time to go.
Yeah, well, it's there.
Something's going to explode if you're getting down to short strokes.
Once you get to the short strokes, that's it. There's no turning back. You can't stop.
Forget about it. So, okay, anything you want to go before we go to maybe some of the topics? Or I just wanted to a couple negatives, some positives that I just found amusing. Anywhere you want to go before we go to Nylander back in the wing and then Minten, Knies, whatever.
Yeah, let's get sticky with Willie. Let's get sticky into this.
So, were you surprised to see that like experiment's over for the time being? He moves back to the wing. He looked 2 goals tonight, so clearly he's going to be on the wing, I would imagine.
Yeah, he looked better on the wing.
Surprised,
obviously.
Though? Surprised?
A little bit, because at the start of the year, Keefe was like, well, I'm really going to try this thing out. I'm not going to. And then he did the same thing Keefe does. He watches it for maybe a game, maybe 2, and then it's like, nope. So I thought it might go a little longer, but he looked good tonight on the wing. So you can't argue with it. Scored 2 goals, got the game winner in overtime.
Oh, no, of course.
Willie's an elite winger in the NHL.
100%. So so we don't need to spend a lot of time on Willie, like whether he's going to be on the wing, whether he's going to be at center. I don't know. Like last podcast, I was almost positive Cowan and Minten were going back to their junior teams, like book it 100%.
Yeah.
I am Cowan. I still believe so. Although I think he's going to play on Saturday and whatever. There'll be some guys that play on Saturday.
He'll go back.
But he'll go back. But all of a sudden now I am not so convinced that they are going to do the same thing with Fraser Minten. What do you think?
This is the thing about Fraser Minten. At the start, I was like, he looks good, but he has gotten better and better. And it's not just he's fitting into the lineup. He's a standout. He's one of the best players night in and night out. And when the coach says one day, salary cap's going to dictate what we do here, and then the next day is like, I don't know. When someone asks him, are you going to send him down? He's like, well, I don't know. Look, I think Keefe is honestly thinking about this, man. How could you not?
How could you not? Like, another little, like, I want to get into Minten and Knies killing. Every time Minten and Knies are on the ice, they're in the offensive zone. They're both heads up all the fucking way.
Checking.
To just creating chances all the time. They're never, like, you don't see them hemmed in their own end. It just doesn't happen. So I'm starting to really think like, holy shit, man, like this kid legit, like he might make it. Like he's only 19 years old, but he's like 206. What did they say? He's 6'3", 200 something, whatever, as a 19-year-old. So big kid, but
long strokes.
Like him and Knies on the, like not just their 5-on-5 play too, but Keefe was playing them on the penalty kill and they were fucking killing it. Like just heads up all the way, both of them. Like, I don't know, man. I think they might have something there. And I would say this, like, when's the last time, Chad, that we saw, like, when's the last time you can remember a Leafs training camp where not one, but several prospects have stood out in a Leafs training camp? How long has it been? I can't. God. It's been a long time, right?
I mean, not including their top picks. Like not
no.
I don't. Matthews. You're talking about like guys we didn't really know.
Not really on the radar. Not really on the radar. And I guess Knies isn't really in that, but like I'm including Knies. I am including Minten. I'm including Cowan. Like it's just been like, oh my God, we thought the cupboards were bare, but all of a sudden up front, it looks like they've got some good young pieces there.
Yeah, I would totally include Knies in that. He's still a rookie. So I would totally include him. That if I had to go back, like I'm thinking about it, Nick Robertson, I don't really think so. Like God, would you have to go back to like the Matt Sundin days? I can't remember. I can't remember someone
It's
who
been
came
a
in.
long
Someone
time.
leave a comment in the YouTube
Like
because I know
Matt,
there's
like Matt Stajan, like
that's what I mean. Like Alexander Steen, Matt Stajan,
Steen and Stajan, right? Like it's
Yeah.
been a long time. Like I can't remember
guys who weren't like top 10 picks,
no,
who kind of came in and were like, "Oh my God, these guys can play."
like even during the Kessel and Phaneuf days, like they never really had any up and comers ready to come and take like
No.
spots, right?
I guess Bozak.
Yeah, but he was signed out of
So was Knies.
Bozak doesn't look like what I don't know. I no, Bozak wasn't drafted. They signed him. Like Knies is a draft pick, Minten's a draft pick, right? But so I'm talking like in-house picks that just have come in and been like made the entire organization and fan base be like, yeah, I'm here and I'm ready to take a spot.
Yeah, I'm probably missing someone, but in my mind, like you would have to go back to the Steen and Stajan days where they had like not late picks, but I'll say late outside the top 10 that blossomed into actual NHL players. Like you were like, oh my God. Like I remember when Steen came up and he's like playing with Matt Sundin and you're like, whoa. And then we traded him and Koliakvo for Lee Stempniak. Hell of a move.
Cliff Fletcher, what the hell was he thinking there, man? So I'll give the last word to you on this, but I do want to say this. Keefe did say on Minten before the game.
Yep.
Keefe said, in the games Minten has played so far, he's really taken on a lot of the load.
Ooh.
I mean, what else do you really need to say about this kid? He's taking
on a
on
sexual
a lot of
innuendos in the dressing room these days. They must be listening to the tip in.
I know, right?
And they're just trying to sneak it onto the show, and it's working.
But
it's working.
Ultimately, I'll give the last word to you on this. Like, should they keep Minten and Knies together to start the season? Do you think Minten makes? Obviously, Knies is a lock. How do you think this plays out? Last word to you on this.
Oh God, because I'm such a stupid salary cap person. I don't know. I'd probably say that he's not going to stick around. Although he could play 9 games and then go down. So
has he not played well enough to at least
personally?
Do that?
Okay, I'm going to take salary cap out of it. I'm the coach of this team. He's been one of the best players. There's definitely a spot in the 12 forwards for him. Like there's somebody, like if I'm taking name and recognition and salary cap out of it, he's played better than some of the guys who are making millions of dollars on this team. So he's definitely on the roster opening night. But
you
because
think
it's
so?
No, that would be my personal pick. But because of the salary cap, because of the guys they have,
but fuck the cap. Like
I know, but they can't.
Does this
tight against the cap? They
well,
cannot
make another move. Then does this kid deserve to be there? I think he does.
Yes, he does. He deserves to be there. But you asked me, like, will he be there? And I don't know.
Make another move. How about Yarncroc?
Another reason why I hate the stupid cap.
Let me ask you this. Can they send Yarncroc, although I know he signed for another 3 years?
His nuts are feeling better. He's back.
He was back tonight.
He had twisted nuts.
Did not play very much, but his nuts must be feeling better. But can they, if they wanted to, could they send Yarncroc to the Marlies, like with or without waivers? Could they just bury him?
I don't know. I don't know for sure.
I don't know either. I just thought you might know.
But I mean, you could if he was coming back from an injury, but he's already come back from that injury.
Right.
You could send him down for a stint down there.
Because that $2 million could open up a lot of,
you could twist his nuts again.
Twist his nuts again. I haven't heard any post game yet, so it's possible. Like he didn't see a lot of ice time tonight. So
maybe Keefe just sneaks in the shower from behind and just gives those nuts a twist, and then he's on the IR for a few weeks.
I don't dislike Yarncroc, but I like when he played with Matthews and Marner.
It's okay to dislike him.
No, like I don't dislike him though, but he's definitely not like one of my favorite players. But like $2 million, it's not a crazy price tag, but for what he brings to the table, like when he plays in the bottom 6, I really don't love what he brings. He had moments last year when he was playing with Austin where he was like ripping it home. Well, guess what? You're playing with Austin. Everybody kind of does that from time to time.
If you play with Austin and Mitch long enough, you always go through a hot streak where you score like way above your career average. He did that last year. That's not Yarncroc.
No. Absolutely no. And especially if he's playing in the bottom six, like
And
there's absolutely no chance.
the other thing I hate about like the salary cap and things like this is we don't know what Minten is. We know what Yarncroc is. You could have like something better than Yarncroc. You could have like a more versatile piece in the lineup.
Well,
but
he looks like it right now.
Yeah, and you could have that every night, but instead you're like, well, we pay this guy $2 million, so we've got to send you down, and it's just another reason why I wish the cap was just a little softer. That's what she said, and you could just play with it a little more. You know what I mean?
Last thing I'll say on Knies Minten, like it just looks so much like in such a quick period of time that they've gained chemistry together.
Yeah.
Like obviously Knies could play up or down the lineup, no problem. But if you're all of a sudden you got Austin and JT, the 1-2 centers, and you got Camp penciled in there as the fourth, you're now looking for a third line center. Is it going to be Domi? Is it going to be Minten? Like, I don't know. I really like the chemistry I've seen with Knies and Minten. It's something that I would like to take a look at. I would like to continue to keep looking at it because it looks so good. Like it just feels so good to have two young guys. They were playing them together. There was chemistry there.
Yeah.
Like it just, it feels so good.
I know.
It feels so good. You know what else feels good? It's coming right up on Thanksgiving, folks. So we might as well, just before we head out here, maybe come back with a couple quick things. But Pumpkin Paradise, you might want to pick up a copy for your family, even if you don't like pumpkin or you don't like Thanksgiving or the fall season. There might be someone in your family that would really enjoy the recipes in Pumpkin Paradise. Don't you think, Chad?
I think so, yeah.
One more time before Thanksgiving, would you like to hear about a little book called Pumpkin Paradise?
Twist my nuts. Let's do it.
Pumpkin pecan pie. What? Pumpkin pecan tart. Let's go. Pumpkin pecan nut bread served a la carte. Hey, y'all, it's your girl Kathy. Thanksgiving's coming up, and you know I got you. I'm gonna be your tour guide through Pumpkin Paradise. Now watch helplessly as I use the centripetal force of my big tits to mix up this batter. Oh, it's so thick. Coming through. Sprinkle some dank pecan nuggies on top. Let it bake. Oh, it's hot. Cool whip with that money shot. I'm out here stacking these pump cakes. Good Lord almighty. Woo, about to bust a nut. Ooh, it's hot. You a pumpkin head if you can't figure out these directions. Fruit pumpkin cake. I call it frump cake. No luck when I pour it in. Oh, fuck, that's way too much shit. Here, just add a bunch of cranberries, and they'll never know. And for all my Gordo-loving Guidos, here's my pumpkin pasta. What's that? Never had pumpkin soup? Me neither. I don't know. Let's figure this shit out together. Let's get weird, folks. Come on. Put a bunch of shit in a blender with some pumpkin. Turn that shit on. Oh, my God. Oh, God, it smells like boiling ass. Let's just serve it up to the relatives we don't like. Fuck you, Karen. Are you trying to do No Nut November? Well, consider the following. What if I took 6 sticks of butter and then I dump in some pumpkin guts and thicken it up, slosh it all around, drop the top, make it hot, and looks like you just lost No Nut November.
You pumpkin-hating bitches. If you can't handle me at my pumpkin spiciest, then you don't deserve my pumpkin sweetness.
100 recipes! Come on, folks! The world's most underrated fruit, the pumpkin. Go ahead and Google it. I already did. It's got a seed-bearing structure. It's a fruit, bitches! Been spending most of my life cooking in a pumpkin's paradise.
There you go. Pick up your copy today on Amazon. Just search Pumpkin Paradise Titties.
Just in time for Thanksgiving, pick yourself up a copy of Pumpkin Paradise. Hundreds of absolutely disgusting pumpkin recipes. You're not going to want to miss that book for sure. Anything else, Chad, or what are we talking here?
No, I mean, the season's about to start. I am so fucking sick of preseason. I just want to get her going. But yeah, you got anything else?
I do have one more thing. I saw this story on breakfast television the other day, and wait,
but one more thing on the Leafs. Bertuzzi finally showed up.
Oh yeah, Bertuzzi. That no knob Bertuzzi.
No knob Bertuzzi.
One. They were talking on the panel on tonight about how like I think Dave Poulin was talking about how like Bertuzzi's not really a preseason guy. Like you will note, like they were talking about should Bertuzzi stay with like Matthews and Marner and for sure. Like give it a run. Like when the regular season starts, I think you're going to see a different. He hasn't had the best preseason, but neither like Mitch had some good plays tonight. Willie, whatever. But
They just want to get it going. It's too long.
for sure. Oh, it's way too long. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Speaking of too long, here's the thing. The government, I saw this story on breakfast television in Toronto, and I just thought that you might, if maybe you didn't catch it, I thought you might be interested in this because I think it's absolutely amazing. The government now is recommending washing all fruit before you consume it. Now, I wash most fruit. There's fruits that most people wash, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think oranges would be one of them. And one of them that I know for sure is not is bananas.
Yeah.
But the government
Bananas have a protective case on them already.
apparently not, because now the government is saying you need to wash your banana.
No.
Yes. It could include salmonella. You never know what's hiding underneath that skin.
How does it get in there?
It looks like a foreskin when you peel down a banana. But let's
Okay.
be serious here.
Are they saying?
You ever washed your banana?
No, I've never washed my banana. But are they saying to open it up and wash it, or
No. Before you even consider peeling it, they want you to wash it before you peel it. So they want you to wash the outside of the banana.
Okay, but
They're recommending
you
that.
don't eat the outside of the banana.
They're saying that the skin is not foolproof, that there could still be things like piercing that's okay, avocados, bananas, oranges, stuff like that, where it's really thick on the outside. I don't wash apples, of course. I wash pears, stuff like that, where it's a thin skin on the outside. But when it's thick, what kind of fruit? There's no fruit that has a thicker skin than a banana.
Oh, God, no.
But the government is saying wash your banana. What do you think about that?
Well, I guess I'm
So
still not going to wash my banana. I don't
You-
care
you-
what they say.
So you like a dirty banana?
I don't. It's not that I did like a dirty banana. I don't think my banana's dirty. I think it's perfectly fine. Now
They're
I will
saying it
tell you
is.
that if you're going to eat a banana, don't only touch the skin. Don't touch the inside.
No.
Just
Although,
know
how many times have you opened up a banana and a piece falls off and then you got to touch it?
This is true. This is true.
It's
true.
It's not a foolproof method.
Or they're
a tip will fall off, or when you get to the end, a little piece will fall off.
One time I came home with just a couple girls, only had one banana, had to split it. So I had to break it,
Banana split.
share it with everybody. You're right.
Banana split.
Because that's hard. That's why you should always have a lot of bananas on hand. Don't just have one banana, because
No.
you don't want to
Because
split.
then you're looking at a banana split. Anyway, guys, let us know if you're watching on YouTube. Let us know down below. Wash the bananas, or do you wash your banana or
No.
not? Do you have a dirty banana? Do you think bananas are dirty, or do you like to just peel the banana and go to town? Or like Chad said, banana split. I'm not afraid of a banana split. I don't mind it, but sometimes you don't. I know you said you want more than one banana around. I kind of disagree with that, Chad. I think sometimes you just want one around and you kind of want to go for the banana split.
Are you the weird dude that goes to the grocery store and just buys one banana?
No, I never have. But in the situation you're talking about, I think it might be the best case scenario to only have one banana around, and then you go for a banana split.
In that situation, it was great because that one banana was enough for all of us. You know what I mean? You didn't need another banana in that situation.
Banana split, baby. Let's wrap this
So
one.
listen, for the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast, once again, don't forget to follow us on social media at the Tip In Maple Leafs podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. While you're on YouTube, hit like, hit subscribe, ring that bell so you get notified of videos. Also, leave a comment below. We're going to do our season preview coming up soon, and we'll probably get into comments about what you guys think the line should be, who you think should make the team, all that stuff, and what it's going to look like. And follow us on Twitter at the Tip In Podcast.
There you go.
Email us tipinpodcast@gmail.com. Also, go to our Patreon page, patreon.com/the Tip In Maple Leafs Podcast, and you can donate to the podcast to help us bring you better sounding episodes and better quality videos on YouTube. And until next time, we will.
You missed the name drop at the end, Chatty, but
I'm Chad.
I'm Dale.
And until next time, we will.
Hey guys, listen, have a safe and happy Thanksgiving weekend. We will be back sometime over the long weekend. We don't know whether it's going to be Saturday night, Sunday, or sometime Monday on actually Thanksgiving Day. We'll be back sometime to break down the final preseason game and give you a little tune-up for Wednesday night when it all gets going for real. But
finally,
be safe, have a safe and happy Thanksgiving weekend.
Wash your bananas.
Yeah, well, that's personal choice, choice. But
Stuff
thanks for
your turkeys.
Oh, absolutely. You got to stuff the turkeys. If you want to wash the bananas, but you cannot not stuff the turkey.
No, you got to stuff the turkey.
Got to stuff the turkey. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you later.
Catch you later.